Hi, welcome to Movies Moment. Today we are going to explain a movie called Deus. Spoilers ahead. Subscribe if you like this and catch us on the next one. Take care.
The opening scene showcases a massive spaceship traveling through the cosmos, with several individuals in hibernation within. Unexpectedly, a woman awakens from her hibernation, and the AI assistant informs her that hibernation has ended, advising all crew members to head to their quarters. As the woman ventures to another area of the ship, she discovers that many others have also emerged from hibernation. Experiencing dizziness and a sense of aging, they realize their journey has been quite lengthy. A female crew member inquires if a man named C is feeling alright, but he walks away without responding. After confirming her identity, the woman goes to her bed and recalls fragments of her past life. The ship's AI, NCBI, summons all crew members to the commander's deck within 30 minutes for a discussion about the spent core, the expulsion of a woman, and the Great Society. It appears this is the first time the crew has experienced hibernation. The woman advises C to rest before she heads to the deck and kitchen. As a crew member teases C, a girl informs him that C is a popular blogger with numerous followers who was unable to access the deck previously. Since they are now approaching their destination, the AI announces that they are 16 hours, 48 minutes, and 33 seconds away. The journey has taken them 8 months. A man named Carl Gray, with the title DEG, serves as the ship's commander. The woman inquires about any new information, to which the commander responds with enthusiasm, describing it as remarkable. Intrigued by the possibility of a new or unusual discovery, the woman examines the data through a hologram. Officer Bouch and Shanti enter the command deck, having previously been in the kitchen. They examine the ship's trajectory and notice a new object in their path. However, the ship's scanner is unable to process information about the obstacle, despite being capable of analyzing spheres. The AI informs them that the object is approximately 8 hours away from their current position. Meanwhile, C witnesses a man disposing of unstable reactors into space. Later, the crew members are called to gather at the commander's deck for an address by the CEO, a private executive named Vance. He inquires if they have any information about the unidentified sphere, but they respond negatively due to the scanner's limitations. Vance emphasizes that the entire world is eager to learn the truth about the mysterious object, and if their current advanced technology cannot uncover it, they must find an alternative approach. He acknowledges that this could be one of the most significant discoveries in human history. Vance concludes the meeting by informing the crew that they can now connect with their loved ones, while an AI named Wiz's assistant will assume control of the ship. As Carla works to overcome her debt, she hears her mother's voice repeatedly in her head. Meanwhile, a crew member is also disturbed by strange voices. Suddenly, an impact strikes the ship, severing their connection to Earth and disabling the ship's control systems. The damage is later traced back to a mysterious light emitted from an unknown object that crossed the ship's path. Upon decoding the light's message, Carla discovers that it is a continuous broadcast of the word Deus, meaning God. She enters the deck with a fearful reaction, urging the crew to return to Earth immediately. A heated debate ensues between Carla and the captain regarding whether they should investigate the unidentified object. Despite the uncertainty and the inability of their scanners to analyze the object, the CEO decides to side with the captain, opting to examine the enigmatic, sphere-shaped entity. Carla tries to calm down, but her fear is evident. She insists they must return to Earth, believing the object is related to divine punishment for their sins. When Carla inquires how the crew member knows this, he admits to hearing strange voices. She questions him further about the voices, but he departs with a fearful murmur. Later, a few crew members discuss the mysterious object. One man mentions that his mother was a devout Catholic, and he was raised attending church daily. However, he never encountered any godly manifestations like the sphere. He suggests that, as explorers, they should face the unknown object without fear. If it's truly God, there's no need for fear. If not, we can always find another way to deal with it, such as destroying the object. The crew shares various perspectives on the situation. Just then, the assistant interrupts and instructs everyone to return to the command deck immediately. Meanwhile, the ship continues to move closer to the enigmatic object with each passing minute. Upon gathering on the deck, the commander humorously yet seriously warns Officer Rolf not to consider blowing anything up for the time being. Carla begins to hear voices and starts feeling unwell, so she decides to rest. Concerned about a fellow crew member, Officer Shangi gathers the crew to search for him. Carla and Alf head to one part of the ship, while Shangi ventures off alone in the opposite direction. Shangi finds the missing crew member acting strangely, carving marks into his body with a knife. Terrified, she attempts to hide from him, but he discovers and kills her effortlessly. Her screams alert Carla and Alf, who rush to the scene. Upon discovering the body, Carla was so shocked that she inadvertently alerted her presence with the sound of her walkie-talkie. The assailant then held her at knife point. Alpha arrived just in time to rescue her, revealing that Commander Carl Gray knew something but wasn't sharing it with the crew. Soon after, the commander appeared and neutralized the attacker with a single headshot, ensuring Carla's safety. He ordered his team to dispose of the bodies. When Carla confronted the commander about his secret, he made excuses, acted strangely, and even rudely dismissed a crew member attempting to bid farewell to their deceased comrade, Shangi. Nonetheless, everyone respectfully paid their last respects to Shangi. With no time to spare and only 3 hours, 17 minutes, and 13 seconds remaining, the crew received the commander's permission to disengage their space vehicle from the ship Achilles. As they approached the mysterious sphere, Carla noticed an unusual structure on its surface. Upon landing on the sphere, their ship's communication with Earth was disrupted, but not before the CEO managed to connect with the crew. He wished them good luck on their expedition and informed them that the entire Earth was eagerly awaiting the truth about the enigmatic sphere. Upon hearing Carla mention the structure on the sphere, CEO informed them that they were already aware of it, as more than 10,000 similar structures had appeared all over Earth. It seemed like an invasion, and scientists had yet to solve the mystery behind their sudden emergence. The CEO suggested that the sphere might be at the center of the mystery and ordered the crew to uncover the truth. He then put the commander in charge of the crew before signing off. The crew decided to investigate the structure, but the commander insisted that Officer Bosch, the only scientist on board, remain on the ship. However, Carla and Bosch proceeded to explore the object together, while the commander guided them from inside the vehicle. Now outside the space vehicle, Carla used a device to search for signals but found nothing. The sphere's material appeared to be an element not found on the periodic table. Upon further examination, structure seemed to be a type of gate. As it slowly opened, a bright light emerged from within. Carla fired a flare gun upwards to gauge the size of the structure and noticed a symbol at the top. The crew recognized the structure as an event horizon, signifying the boundary between existence and non-existence. Suddenly, they heard a noise emanating from the strange object. Miss, the AI, translated the sound for them. It meant welcome. A humanoid figure appeared at the gate, introducing itself as an envoy to the creator. The figure informed them that they had been chosen and presented with a choice. They could enter the gate and end their endless suffering, reuniting with loved ones they had lost. However, if they chose to enter, the sphere's immense power would collide with Earth, causing the extinction of the human race, much like a black hole. With the commander's full permission, Carla chose to enter the gate. As she saw an image of her mother in the mysterious figure, she stepped inside. Everything faded away, and she awoke with an injured head in a beautiful place. This city featured golden buildings and a landscape reminiscent of heaven. Upon seeing her daughter, Jess, Carla rushed to embrace her without hesitation. Suddenly, she awoke in the sleeping quarters of the spacecraft, disoriented and struggling. As she regained full consciousness, she couldn't remember how she had ended up there. Both of her crewmates explained that she had returned from the mysterious gate, barely able to walk, but sadly, Butch didn't make it back due to a rupture in his spacesuit's glove. Carla was skeptical about the cause of Butch's death, as he was a perfectionist when it came to donning his spacesuit, always ensuring zero errors. Nonetheless, her crewmates managed to convince her, leaving her feeling responsible for his demise. The CEO of their space organization soon contacted them, inquiring about Carla's experiences beyond the gate. After some contemplation, she described the place and what she had seen earlier. However, she refrained from revealing who she had encountered after losing contact with the others. As the commander was about to leave, Carla's crewmates stopped her in a section of the spacecraft where cameras couldn't monitor them. They asked about her true experiences beyond the gate, and Carla shared the story of her tragic family accident and the person she had met there. She admitted to intentionally withholding this information because she suspected the CEO and commander knew something and wanted her to reveal exactly what they desired. so the world could learn about it. Consequently, she chose not to divulge the full story. The CEO now demanded that the ship Achilles disengage from the sphere's orbit within 30 minutes. However, Carla was determined to explore the mysteries beyond the gate once more. Meanwhile, on the offender's captain's deck, the captain questioned if Carla had shared any information with him, but he adamantly denied it. The captain tried to remind him of his duty, but the tactic seemed ineffective. As the ship began to move away from orbit, the AI, Miss, announced that the crew should assemble within an hour for hibernation. Later, Carla grabbed a knife and examined Butch's spacesuit. Armed with the knife, she broke into the commander's room, learning about his wild experiences and battles. The commander ordered that Carla be apprehended since she had broken into his room. Holding the commander at gunpoint, Carla demanded that he reveal the truth about what he knew. The CEO, Vance, appeared on screen as people on Earth were growing desperate for a better life. In that moment, the commander lunged at Carla and she fired her gun. It appeared that she had failed to shoot him, but in reality, the commander had been hit. Carla, however, had accidentally shot herself in the stomach. With the help of her crewmate, Carla began to recover. Now, they were determined to take control of the Achilles ship and return to the sphere to either explore or destroy it. They planned to override the AI, Miss, using the codes they possessed. Vance then connects with Carla online due to her threats, and he discloses information about the mysterious sphere. It turns out to be a self-replicating biomechanical material capable of constructing enormous structures according to predetermined designs at a rapid pace. The sphere was developed by Vance Company, who anticipated Earth's habitable facilities would be depleted within 30 years. Their plan was to convince people that entering these structures would lead to a swift death, thereby reducing the population by 15 million and saving 6 million. The sphere is also programmed to self-destruct before nearing Earth. Carla inquires about her strange visions, and Vance reveals she was chosen for this project. After her accident, a chip was implanted in her head, enabling Vance to control her perceptions. To her shock, she learns that her accident was orchestrated by Vance as well. Enraged by the truth, Carla decides to expose the conspiracy to the world. In response, Vance triggers the self-destruction of the Achilles ship. With only 3 minutes remaining before the ship's destruction, Off rushes to retrieve a power reactor. As part of their plan, they aim to manually override part of the ship's controls before the self-destruct sequence is initiated. Carla waits for Off until the last second before disengaging a portion of the ship from the Achilles. Though it seems all hope is lost, Off returns just in time with the arc reactor. Both are safe, but the ship's life support can only accommodate 2 people. Now they must manually detonate the arc, as the remote system in the Achilles was destroyed. Both agree to do it together, but as Elf exits the ship, he locks the airlock, trapping Carla inside. He insists that someone must return to Earth to reveal the truth. Left with no choice, Carla bids him a final farewell and leaves Elf behind on the sphere. He sacrifices his life for her and the entire human race. Now on her way back to Earth, her journey will take approximately 7 years, 5 months, and 17 days. She faces this long, solitary voyage alone.